Chat. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another session of Golang live coding. Today we continue our work on go-exhaustruct linter. I did some job in between streams, which I will explain in a minute. But in the meantime, a little bit of self-promotion. If you like the content from previous videos and you want to support the channel, subscribe on YouTube. In case you are watching on Twitch, subscribe on Twitch. In case you are Russian speaking, subscribe for the channel of Telegram. All links in the description. All previous streams, as usual, are available on the YouTube channel. And some of the previous streams are available on Twitch, as long as Twitch allows to store them. So, also, as for today, some changes to setup. I have finally upgraded my gear in terms of the video. Not only for streams, but still, it can be used this way. And during the streams, there will be some episodes of Talking Heads setups. So, without further ado, let's get back to the coding. Yoink. Okay. So, last time, I finally managed to get access for the AST of files in order to get the comments of the sources regarding the type. But after the stream, in the evening, I've been fiddling around with the code and found some stuff. When jumping around of the source over the source codes of position 4, I found that the position, I guess unpack, it has locks, and each time that we're trying to get the position of the any AST element, it will get us the lock, and therefore every linter will have to not every linter, every instance of analyzer, which supposed to be a lot of them due to asynchronous runs. Each file, when you are starting the linter, it spawns the go routine with the analyzer in order to make the linting, and therefore you will supposedly have as much go routines as you have files. So each of them will log for getting the position of the type definition. And I thought, well, it will be better if we can get the comment groups and their relative positions, built ones, the baked ones, before when the file being parsed. Therefore, I changed the approach. So each time when we will try to understand where the file is and what are the comments related to the structure or structure fields, we will get this cache. So it already have comment groups compiled to array of strings. We already have the baked positions. As you can see, it takes the file set positions. As we found out before on the previous stream, we have two options to get the AST. For files that are currently processed, we already have the AST file, so we can safely add it to our cache. And for the cases when types came from the other package or other files, we have to scan these files once again. Well, not exactly once again, in case it is out of the scope of our package, in case it is like the vendor or something like that, it is not like directly scanned with the comments. So I did this structure. This is like the common cache for every file, and it is expected to be used through positions, which are broadly available both for anonymous structures and named structures, and the use cases you will see it during today's stream. And also I did the tests for all this stuff. Basically, for tests in, where is it? Internal files, test data. So there's like the convention when you have some test data that has to be used during your test. You put it in test data subfolder. You can put there anything. For our cases, this is like the common source. Basically, it has like one structure with several comments and edge cases for this case. Edge cases for this case, yeah. So it properly handles the relation. Well, it handles the comment sections properly for our cases, because I expect that, for example, this is structure. This is like the structure definition. Therefore, comments related to that structure is on previous row or the end of the same row. As for this field, this comment is not related for this one because it to say been eaten by structure itself. In case it would be like this is the case. This is done through like exclusion list. The same approach was used last time. Oh, the thing that I forgot. The thing that I forgot about. Comments. There are on the stream, but not on my dashboard. Still. Well, I would be glad to make more videos more often, but I have only Tuesday and Fridays available because, well, I have 2 kids and they have like their sections and swimming and etc. So I have only 2 free slots for streams. So back to coding. To be fair, I forgot to make comments for position. So regarding the locks, now we are using read-write mutex. It exclusively locks without the read attempts when we are parsing files or adding files, and read lock for the cases when we are trying to access comments for single file. For the case when I would like, if I would be doing like the common, not common, like generic package that anyone can use, supposedly I think I will make the copy of this slice in order for users not to break our slice and not to like mess it up somehow. But as far as this is like internal structure for our use only, I'm not bothering with that. So the comments for position retrieves comments related for provided position. Comment considered related in case it comment group, not comments, comment groups related for provided position to, it relates to provided position, and comment group considered to be related in case it is located on previous row or on previous or same row. There is one situation that I ain't doing anything about that. So for example, I can do this. And I guess that it should be handled the same way as this one. And interestingly, you can make as much comment groups as possible, but I would consider this one as an attempt to break, but still, we should work. Interesting. So let's run the tests for this case. We have the comment source. Let it be, is it visible? Yeah. So for this situation, when someone, for some reason, trying to do this stuff and placing the block comments in the same row, but before our field, let's try to see what will we get here. So add file, okay, test comment cache differs only by test comment cache in the same. Really? Oh, sure. Okay, nonetheless. Test comments cache. Test file comments, because we have like comments cache and file name. So both of tests are using same cases because this is the same file with the same comments. File stays untouched between tests, but the way the file added here differs. For one case, we are parsing it by ourselves. It is for the case when file is taken over the analyzer pass and therefore AST3 available, including comments in place. And the second case for the situation when we don't have the file parsed and therefore the logic is hidden behind the parse file stuff. But the cases are the same. And also I don't remember what is tested here. New comments cache, file set, parse file, and then add file. Oh, yeah, so this is for the case when the same file was... Oh, wait, actually, it is an error. New comments cache. It should not be here. I forgot to remove it last time. So, back to tests. I expect that it will obviously fail because for the foo structure we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups more, and it considers it as a same group but with four rows, but it is one row. Why is that? Ooh. Interesting. So even in here, so new comment group is working the same way as AST comment group works. So it takes all the same arguments and stays it in place, leaves it in place, just pre-baking the position and appending the comment texts. It thinks, not thinks, but it just merges the texts. Disregarding the slash position. So it looks like it is several rows, but well, I think in order to keep it simple, I will not handle this anyway. So I'm okay with this one. When we will bring in the directives, it will fail because I will be expecting only like double slash and like go-exhaustruct, etc., etc. But the overall looks of file, or not file, the comment line structure will differ because this is like the block comment. So I will not handle it in any way. So it will be naturally ignored. And back to test. I did the comments for position, and also I removed the tests. For this situation when, well, this code is already in the pull request that is available on the GitHub, on the repo of this linter. So sources go away. Here it is. So I will just amend the file and force push it because why not? Oh. And force push again. And it works. So now we are having the... Oh, actually, I want to try the coverage for the package where coverage says that caches has like 100% lines of covered. 100% lines covered by tests. Well, this is like the polar star of all tests, but it is not. It is not the target. Target is to cover all the edge cases, all the important edge cases. So now we are having the cache for comments as like slice of strings representing each row of the comment. But also we have like the comment directive. As for now, we are having directive to ignore or enforce. What I'm thinking about now, should we somehow extend the ways that this comment can be defined? So I can put it like go-exhaustruct so with the leading space, or I can force everyone to have like no space. I guess I will leave it like this. So what also should I consider? Has prefix, yes. So I thought about this before, obviously, and I want to cover a situation when someone ignores and puts the comment because blah blah, because anything. So this covers the situation with some comments made to ignore directive, which obviously you should do. In most cases, you have to put a comment. Why did you ignore initialization for this stuff? But now we have to really think about how our directives should look like. Ignore and enforce are made for in-place usage. So, for example, if we will go for analyzer test data, I guess it is here. No, it is, yeah, directives. Exhaustruct ignore along with exhaustruct enforce were made for the in-place comments, so not for the definition. I want the definition comments to be like, so let's say we have it in usual way as it is right now, that it will be exhaustruct optional. So this will be replacement for current field tags. It is better because field tags are in back quotes. It has own syntax and it can be placed only after the field itself, field definition. But in this case, you can put it in two positions. So one before the definition row and in the end, or well, in the beginning, but it will hide the definition itself. So this one is fine, but we also able to say, for example, I don't bother with this stuff and I'm like all of the fields. So for example, when you are having this structure that is like options, every option supposed to be for like option structures, usually the zero value is also fine one. So in some cases, you should be able to pass like empty options structure. For these cases, for example, like if you will look at Docker or as for examples in here, okay, we don't have one now because it moved to the other repository. So for example, you have like the Cobra command. It has like something 20 or 30 fields that most of them are optional. And for these cases, when you like the most of fields are optional, you can do like exhaustruct optional and for example, exhaustruct enforce. So this would be like default for struct, and this one will force this exact field to be filled anyway. But I don't like that it somehow crosses with this one. And also in here, you will have to, when you are adding new fields, you will have, well, for example, you are adding new functionality and therefore you are adding new field to the structure. You will have to explicitly remember that, well, everything from this structure is optional. And for example, new one should be filled anyway. In this case, I will have to remember to put like exhaustruct enforce. But you choose it, you choose this path by yourself. So we are just giving the instruments. And also it gives the road for explicit way of work. So for now, whole linter works by implicit. So it implicitly expects all the structures to be filled. And this obviously should be the default behavior for this linter. But some may want to enforce only some hand-picked structures to be filled. And therefore, he should be able to go to configs of the linter, say to it, I want the explicit mode of the linter. It automatically makes all the structures optional and fields optional. And for this case, you should be able to... Yeah, and so for this case, when you put the comment for structure definition, it can be optional or it can be enforced. And for this case, all structure considered to be like implicitly filled, but you can make optional for separate dedicated fields. I guess this is the way to go. So we somehow have to make it here. The thing expected directive, the single one. How is it used right now? Yeah, so for the case when should process that is like calculated over the inclusion and exclusion lists, yeah. So it expects only one of them. But since we are giving this stuff and like for some reason, okay, I would say what? We can think of the comments and especially the linter directives that usually it is put in the end of the comment because, for example, we can have here the like documentation for this stuff, blah blah. And in case we press Ctrl Q, IDs usually even don't count for this stuff because it knows like this is not for the documentation. Therefore, we have to scan comments bottom up. So let's put it back here. So first of all, we can say two things. It should be scanned bottom up, and maybe we should imply logic that the last one is right. So for the case when we're scanning bottom up, the first go-exhaustruct directive that we meet is the one that will return true. But for structures, both for fields, it starts to be multi-value. You can both enforce and make an optional the whole structure and dedicated field itself. So for this case, it is like ignore, enforce, and optional. directive optional. So let's say go-exhaustruct optional, go-exhaustruct enforce, go-exhaustruct ignore. And maybe we can get rid of the optional. We can say like go-exhaustruct ignore for everything, both for in-place usages when I want to ignore this one, and for fields itself. So it should not be optional, it should be ignored. Therefore, we left with same directives as before. So, for this case, I would consider adding one more directive none, which will be equal to empty string. This is for the cases when nothing found within the comment group. Now on, we should scan not for the AST comment group, but for file comment group. Files, or how did I name it, the package. So it should be func get directive, because, well, it is get, it is here. We should parse like has directive. I don't know which one there will be, and we should change our behavior regarding the whole linter is in explicit or implicit mode. Okay, so comments here are the slice of, is it? Where is it? Here. Nope. What is this? Oh, this is the comment. Fine. Yeah, and it returns the slice of the comment groups. Usually it is 0 to 2. Therefore, files comment group, we are not expecting, we expecting it to return the directive. Therefore, it will be like this. And I would not say that we have to use, or why not? Should or should not we use the iterators here? Like, oh, reverses the elements of the slice in place. No, I don't want to reverse in place. I want the all, which returns the iterator. Oh, actually, so it uses the index and this one, yeah. And we can do like iter. It should somehow sequence pull 2. Oh, well then, fine, okay. So for both of comment groups, we first take the one that located on the end of this of the same row, and then we're taking that located on the row before. For this case, we should go for I equals length of comments. I more or equal than 0, I minus minus. For the case when we found nothing, we return directive none. For this case, what are you expecting me to do? Unreachable code. Why? Oh, actually, -1. So, for, like, J... Actually... CGI will be like comment group index. And here will be like CL for comment line. So it will be for length of comments. Are they considered and parsed in the way? Yeah, so takes the position, and for file, yeah, so for the file, all the comments that were found in here are iterated in the order. So this one, this one, this one. Therefore, each time we're trying to find comments for position, they are added in the order they are located in the file. Therefore, first one will be first, and this one is second. So, comments I, CGI. So CL more or equal 0, CL minus minus, we're going backwards. Text. For this case, the way it looks now, we were passing the expected directive for this case. Therefore, we were searching for substring only once. For now, if we will keep the same way of defining possible directives, we will have to search 2 times. Because I don't remember strings as prefix, where I don't remember the way to pass several possible indexes. But we can do the other stuff. We can remove the prefix. We explicitly know the length of the prefix, and therefore we do what? If strings has prefix, actually not. If we don't have the goexhaustruct prefix, we skip this line. Therefore, we just continue. Has prefix. The string itself is CGI text CL. This way. So this, if, not if, we have to iterate over ignore and enforce. They have 7 characters and 6 characters. Oh, come on. So, they are not... Okay, this is kind of fucked up logic, but it somehow... It is somehow works. So I will take the ignore directive as far as it has like the less amount of letters in it. Then I will take the cd will be for comment directive. I will take this stuff and slice it. Oh, I will have to check the length. And it is like already a long one. So making a local variable here. Line is text cl, and we're checking for this one. Okay, better. Now we are checking for lens directive ignore, as we're knowing this one is shorter, until minimum, as far as it has the prefix, it will match. So minimum line and len directive plus len directive ignore. What did I... Must be of integer type, and it returns string somehow. What? Oh, the length of line. Okay. Line, len. Here it goes. And then... Oh, we can actually do like even more interesting. So we do the switch. Case it is like directive ignore, we return the directive ignore. Why? What's wrong? Oh, you don't like the... Okay. So we can cast it to directive. It is so fucked up. And default behavior will be nothing. So for this case, it is like ignore, enforce, ignore. And here it goes. The only stuff that I don't like here is like this nonsense. Oh no, not directive ignore. Directive ignore. It should not be like this. It should be like the length of prefix. Actually, we are able to store this in like variable, but whatever. And for sure we have to test this shit. So, for example, directive test. This one goes to hell and will be deleted soon. So function test get directive testing t parallel. I guess we will do it with the table tests also. Therefore, it will be the slice of structs. It won't be very beautiful. Well, so in should be the slice of files. Why without semicolon? Comment group. Out will be directive. And that's it. There is nothing else in here. So, slice, fill all fields. In, for this case, will be, for example, nil comment group, and directive for this case should be directive none. And for this case, I will, oh, so this is like the name. I have missed the name. It will be the string, and the name is no comments. So, for whatever, it will be the test case, and assert equal, so expected is in out. I will rename the out for want. So like tc want, outside it will be comment get directive tc in, and the name will be as the name, obviously. Should I do it with subtests? No, whatever. Well, I could get directive, no comments. Why not? So it will be t run. Here will be tc name as the name of the test. For here, yeah, autocomplete. tc name is not required in here, and here it goes. Yoink. So, in case there are, oh, it will be t parallel. What else? Subtest should call parallel. It is. It does now. Yes. So no comments. The second case will be like comments without directive. For this case, it will be like, I don't know. Will it get the slice? Nope. Okay. So it will be files, comment group, and here text will be the string slice. I don't know, of empty strings or not, full empty string bar. And as far as they are comments, they should start with this stuff. So we're trying to replicate the real world example. And the second one will also be the same. I don't know. Well, the second one should be the comment group of the single comment, as this is like the comment at the end of the row. You can make, I guess, the block quote starting in here, not block quote, but block comment. But it won't much because the rows are different and we are not interested in it. Actually, shit. I guess we will have to somehow fiddle with this stuff. Because, let me show you this. Where is it? Alt F1. Oh, for test data. Here. It seems that I can have like multi-line comment. Or am I? No, I'm not. So you can make the multi-line comment only like this. Still not. What? So here it works. Here it works, but here it doesn't. The fuck? It was erroring out just now. Well, whatever. So for this case, for example, we will put everything in here in multi-line comment. The algorithm for now works like all this comment will belong to bar. Is it right though? Because it checks only for line. Oh well, for the end. It checks for the end of block. Therefore, for such structure where you are, for such structure it will check for this closing sequence. I guess it's right, because it's like literally the same as this. Good. So back to tests. Let's shrink it down because I have like too few rows to check. What is here? Actually, go-exhaustruct ignore. Yoink. And I want the directive none, as far as there are no directive comments here. What do you need? Missing field want. It is here. Just the fucking cache. Fail. Any comments on this? Okay, so yeah, index is out of range 3 with length 3, and it failed in here, which is obvious because I forgot to do -1. Yep, still works. What don't you like here? Directive non-exhaustive. And default continue. I don't want the exhaustiveness of trailing new line. The fuck you want from me? What? Unnecessary trailing new line. So you want me this stuff to be like this? Oh, this? Okay. And in here, missing cases and switch off. I guess I will leave it here and exhaustive will be just silenced. It is not trailing. What's wrong with you? Where? It is not trailing new line. Moron. So sometimes WSL linter is like, what is this? White space linter, I guess. For this short. So, coffee refill. Just a moment. It is getting too cold outside. I had like the door open. And my legs are freezing. So, in here, we have those directives. This one should not be changed. Well, yes, in this way. Close this one, this one, this one, and this. So, here, it does not account for what? X. Oh, I forgot for H. Exhaustruct, ignore. Good. So the next one would be like one comment with go-exhaustruct ignore. And I am expecting this one to be directive ignore. Next case would be two directives. For example, here it will be bar, and here it would be enforce. What is this? Enforce, yes. And here it should be the enforce one. Huh. So our pretty directives not working as for now. Is missing field start end, but it has the ignore. Huh? The fuck? So here it is enforced, but not the ignore. Here it is ignore, but it's the only directive in the comment group. Next off, we won't. So single directive. This case would be like multiple directives, one group. And here it would be multiple directives in two groups. For this case, we are making the other one. Here it would be like ignore and nothing else. Well, this case would be the more real one. And for here, I guess, the only, if we will rerun our tests, multiple directives, actual is ignore. Why? Oh, because like it. Yeah. I will do what? As far as this one matches the prefix, I will try to find next space in the same line. So SPC IDX it will be strings find, yeah, index substring for this one. I will give him the same line. So index would be like -1, I guess, for the case when it is not, it ain't found. So if SPC IDX equals -1, we continue. This is not our case. Or not. So yeah, for the case when index is okay, so directive would be like empty string by default. For this case, when -1, there is nothing at the end. Therefore, directive should be like line length prefix and until the end of the string. If, I mean, for this case it is else, directive would be until the space. And now it goes like this. And it obviously works. We should test the case when the line not finished with directive. Therefore, single directive with comment. So it would be just because. Yoink. This one goes here. And it also works. And this case block should end with a new line. But when you do the new line, but what the hell? Case block should end with new line at this size. This size is the single line. And there is the block. I hate how does it work locally. It works like somehow fine in the CI environment, but shit. So get directive parses provided comment groups, retrieving first supported directive, starting from the end. Fill paragraph, and here we are. Is it possible to write it somehow simpler? I don't know. I don't know. So, no, there is like no way to do this one. SPC index is -1, but well, we can write it like this. Both ways will be available somewhere here. Fine, let's say this is like as good as it gets. So we have the function to get comment directive, any of them. For now, we have to rewrite whole the analyzer. So for here, we were sequentially checking in case it should be processed and in case it has directive ignore, we were ignoring it, but in case we should not process it regarding the regular expressions, inclusion and exclusion lists. There is quite a lot going on here. So I would tests should, at least these ones should stay untouched. Like directive also should stay untouched. Structure fields, I guess we will do this stuff next. So the structure fields cache, comments cache, structure cache. Yeah, I guess so. So, oh shit. What? Oh no. What I am thinking about now, how the hell? So I guess whole my point with searching for the definition through position, I get like, yeah, this is like the fields. Position for type of lead, name it. Oh no. So the type aliases. Not exactly the aliases, but the stuff when you do like type str2 and it does like HTTP something. Whatever structure there is inside. Because like this is the new type that refers to HTTP cookie, but it should take the comments from the HTTP cookie. Oh, god damn it. Okay, fine. We will see. Oh, by the way, we are searching for ourselves, and here is, where's the field? So this is like the test example for A. This is not the case. And where's the field? I did the, yeah. So structure field and type. I forgot how's it named. Not the alias, because alias it would be like this one. Structured field this way. And A2, for example, should be not the alias, but new type that resembles the field. So it is child type or wherever. Name field or name. Okay, let it be like field A and field C. Or field A, type info, name equals field A, and for this case type info, name equals field C, stands for children. I am terrified right now. So we go for go-exhaustruct and go run, check for analyzer. So what happens here? Originally, this type is like types name it. Name it consists of two parts. It is like the right hand stuff that is, for example, this type name it. This one is type name it. And the RHS will be like the struct. How would I get for the RHS? It is in the analyzer. So, in case it is, name it, type args origin. What is the origin? Returns the generic type from which the named type T is instantiated. If it is not an instantiated type, the result is T. So, for this case, what would it be? Printf, this one, v/n, this stuff. So the comments are going away for now. And actually, I want to remove it. And the position also. What's wrong? Why only once? Oh, really? Let's say file name println. So we will not. I guess I mixed it. Oh, I confused empty comments for structure with empty comments for field, I guess. For all three types, we are having field creates new fields. Pum pum pum. The location of the file. Field creating fields. Why the field C? Oh, and there is no for field C, I guess. Because there is no type field C, it gets the origin of the field. Why though? Nothing for field A also. Well, fuck, I guess. How do we get to aliases and child types? Is it even handled? Eh? I'm just stupid. Field A for this one and field C for this one. There were no instances of both of them. Okay. So there is nothing for type field A and there is nothing. So field C gets us something. But for some reason, field A, I guess because like this is alias for this type, it goes like, so this one is like the field. And in case I will remove the direct field type, no, we lose it also. So in this case, our linter did not work for alias types. Even in version 3 before I did the... No good. So there is no field A, there is no field itself. Sad. And for field C, we have the empty comments. So the origin for this case would be underline from RHS instance. I am not able to get the object position. Let's try this one. So we have to add only the origin. And supposedly it should automatically handle. No, it is not. Okay, I will leave this stuff for out of the stream researches. And for this case, remove this one. And from now on, we should rework the structure cache. For now, the structure is only handled and cached regarding... Oh, actually, these are the comments that we used. It should be handled and it should expect for directives from the comments, but not from the text. Therefore, I would guess that I make the v2 package for now and in here we should so it only tells us that new fields, it takes it from structure, types struct. But in order for us to get the position of the fields, let's roll it back to the point when I had the comments of the fields itself. We should... okay, so this is like type struct. And for type struct, we can get the position. Therefore, can we get the struct underlying will be like the type? It will be the struct type. So we have to pass the position of this type. Yeah, let's do it like that. It should be the cache for whole structure, not exclusively for the field. Because for now there is like the field name, is it exported and is it optional? For now, we're handling the structure itself. Therefore, we go with the struct. It is structure. So type. Is it possible? Yeah, it's possible. So it will have here is the type info, like name, package path. It should be hidden inside the struct itself. So name will be string. What is package name and package path are also strings. Okay. Then I guess we will also hold the tokens position, I mean. That is like compiled for now. File name of set line column. Therefore, it can be stored. And the fields, which would be the slice of field. Actually, it can be fields because fields will be like the slice of single fields, but with methods for checking. Yeah, like these fields are just slice of pointers to field. So we are making new file, which apparently would be named field type field, which would be also structure. It would be pose for token position. And just to satisfy compiler, fields would be the slice of field. Field. They resemble. The directive, which now can either be ignored or enforced. Therefore, all types had like exported. Well, this is not the one. This is regarding the name of the field. So it also about this structure itself. Is it exported or not? Same package or not will be considered during the analysis time for single structure, but optional or okay. So it should have like directive, which would be comment directive that defaults to none. Is it? Yes. Same here. So is it exported? Boolean. Name string. And directive, which can be either of. Okay. So F would be name, exported or not, and has optional tag. For this time, we are not able to determine if it is like optional or not from the struct itself. In here, we should have an access to comments cache. So when we are getting new struct that receives this one, there is no way around, but CC will be for pointer for files. Maybe I will rename it, but for now it is like comments cache. And pause strct pause for types position. What's wrong? Oh, token. Position. It is required for us to avoid situation of like these comments getting to this field. And it should return the struct. I guess it would be by value or not. So this one is string, 3 strings. Directive is also string basically, but with extra steps. Here is structure of string with ints. And here is slice of fields, which is pointer by itself, therefore it is integer. I guess we will work with this one by value. I will not be making the pointer. So we will go to analyzer in order to get the type info previously. Package name, package path was taken from types named. From its object. And name was also taken from the object. Therefore, we somehow have to get the oh, this is from the name at type name. What the hell? How is that? Object returns pointer to type name. Okay. Type name. Yeah, like is alias. Oh! Why didn't we get it then? Is alias reports whether the object is an alias name for a type. Supposedly I was doing something wrong there when I was fiddling around with the aliases. So it should have done here. So in case, name it. So object not equal to T object. T is underlying type. Okay. And we should be able to call the object, I guess. Well, back to struct. I guess then we should get not the object, no, not like the token position, in order to get the package name, path, and etc. Oh, but this is not the case for anonymous structures. They have like synthetic. Well, okay. For this case, I would make this in order to code be valid. And for now, I will alt enter go file type. Here I will make the type, which would be structure. Name would be string. And we will encapsulate this logic inside this structure. And, well, all the methods around. So, it has these ones. Therefore, name. Shit, okay. All of them are strings. So, in order to get the type info from named, so we're trying to make like not type, func structure type of named, which receives obviously the type's name. Doop. Does it use? No. So it receives the fields are not used for now. Oh, I have to clean up a bit. Pum 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 pum. Here is required for now, and these ones not. So a bit cleaner. It takes types named. This is for named structure type, and func type of anonymous would be this one. But it is completely regarding the current package. I don't like it. Okay, let's say we will leave the anonymous structures for me to handle outside of the stream. We have only half an hour left for now. So type of anonymous for now would be nothing. Type object package. So in case it is named and this is not about the structure. Oh, I see. So for aliases, it didn't work because underlying type of aliases was not the struct itself. It was the other named. It was both for both of them. So I have to check it like before this stuff, because here it is not okay for current implementation. So UT would be like underlying type of some kind. It should return type and bool, which would be like the type and okay or not okay. If, not if. Switch. For UT underlying type switch. So for the case, it is struct. This is original type definition. In case it is pointer to another named, we have to check it once again. Well, yeah, okay. So here we do return empty type and okay. Well, true. In case it is type named, we should make the recursive call for this function also. So it would be type of named UT underlying type. And in case it is a structure, is it possible for, well, yes, because we have to get the access to underlying struct anyways, in order to get the comments and get the directives for them. In case you are doing the alias or renaming of the type, you are not able to change directives. Oh shit, But should it handle somehow this stuff or not? I would say not. Okay. Okay. Poo. So how would I pull it through? Somehow also I have to take the position of all this shit and get the original object of type. Type object would be like type name, whatever. Hard. So for this case, it would be returning the empty type and false. Also, this is the case to consider, like the empty type and the false return. So I'm not returning the pointer to type structure because there is no sense to return pointer of structure of 3 strings, but then returning the bool. This is somehow resembles the logic of the error returns. So we're handling, like, in case there would be an error, go-exhaustruct would not freak out about like these 3 fields are not filled. Okay, let's say for now we have like the object equals to ut. Oh no. Toop object. The name will be taken from the object name and package name and package. What? Why? Oh, from shit. Okay. So type name would be taken from the object dot name. Package name and package path, ekg for this case, would be like object package. Yeah, does it cost anything? No, it doesn't cost anything. So it will be like package name, pkg point name, and the next one, package path, would be package path. Oh, sorry. So this one is for straight type definition. For aliases, we still have the... So the name, package name, and package path will be from the original name, so it should be resembled as like this. So result will be this one, but we should change the link to underlying exact type. So it should be somehow like type object. Pum pum. So this one is struct. UT doesn't have any UT point pause. It doesn't have some, but it can be something like def pause. Def pause. That will be token position. Therefore, it is like object point pause. But, oh shit. In order for us to get this position, we have to have an access to our original token file set, pointer to it. Therefore, fset here goes for fset, position 4, this stuff, and true. Oh, actually, position 4 true is same as like just position, but without extra arguments. Yeah. This is the way to go for this case. And actually, it should be just position, but not position 4 in here and everywhere in this file. So I first took the position 4 in order to like not account for line movers, to say. So you can put the comment like line, or is it like go line, and the adjustment for the actual line of the source code, but I'm not interested in it here. And I mean, we will go with a default position. Position 4. Not in here. Good. Here it also the position, but we get this type. It is hard, to be fair, because in order for us to properly handle the type alias, which is currently even not handled, so we should take the comments from the original one, but the structure directives should be taken from the current one. So definition is there, but we also have to take the comments from here, not there. But in case it is like the original type and this is like oh god damn it. It should be somehow recursive, I guess. So like definition position should always put here, lead here. But there can be like the chain of aliases. Why is it so fucking hard? Okay. Okay. Okay, okay. Whoops. Hey, hey, hey. Not now. Oh, I forgot to quit Telegram. Sorry. You know what? You know what? To do? Handle it later. Because in case I will try to like handle it everything from the first shot, I will not get to the end at any meaningful time. Type of name it. Type false. Type name it struct. Good, I guess. We have the position of the file baked in here, so we don't have to like grab our offset all the time. It is always better to, as with comments, it is always better to take the position at place, because this pause is transferable. This one. The result of the like offset position is transferable. It relates only with like the file and the position of definition within the file. Whereas this pause returns like only integer that is relative to offset, where definition been parsed from. So we're taking it here, and later on we'll only be working with this one. As for now, UT is unused, and therefore... Oh, yeah, sure. Well, this. So we have type. We're taking type of name it. We don't have to get the original object, or do we? As for here, where is it? It returns the type info, type struct. Struct type is taken from underlying here in order for us to struct type list skipped fields. And why in the first place it requires the type? Oh, so yeah, it requires the pointer to original structure in order to get the data from cache. We, in the end, in case we are using these this kind of type and the structure from struct, we don't have to carry all the way the pointer to original AST structure, because we will be able to cache it regarding the position of definition. Because I guess, so during my researches of the current implementation, this cache was not so effective, because this type is like the pointer, and sometimes there were no false positives, but still the effectiveness of cache was like very low. Almost all entries were, well, they were reused during one run, but when we switched to another package or another file, not the file package, types were not reused, because obviously the offset differs and therefore the pointer differs. In case we are using the token position as the reference to access the type info, in this case, we will be able to reuse cache in between the runs. Because like the analyzer itself being reused in between the packages. So this stuff is called multiple times in coroutines. So in case we are having like the cache regarding the original position but not offset, so the pass is always new, offset in it at least. So we have to carry the definition position in order to store the structure stuff itself. But the type info can have its own directive in order to like enforce or something else. Okay, and there is interesting stuff that like definition position can be reused. So I can have like type to 1 lead to equals like type and as many as I want for like, I don't know, for some reason. And there are 5 of them, 1 type and 4 aliases. They all resemble the basic structure of this one. So definition position for all of them will be the one, the one singular. So we have to have like the type that resembles named, either named or the anonymous stuff that can have own directive. But it leads to some definition position that later on will be used to access the structure infos regarding the fields and all other stuff. And it will be yes. Yeah, I suppose it should be done like that. So we will be using the structure from here. It should not have the name. It should not have like the package name and package path because it will be regarding the type itself. It has its own. Does it? No, it only has the position and the fields. Because fields in this case are regarding this name it, this name it, this name it, and so on and so on. So yeah, I guess. So we will have the cache of structures, the parsed ones, and the cache of types regarding the pointer to name a type. This one should be like singular during the pass, because I have gut feeling that in between the passes pointer to types name it, even though it resembles the single type, will change. I will have to check it. Oh. Well, The stream was kind of boring, to be fair. Not much stuff happened. Let me switch to token head pen. So, though it was kind of boring, it was very informative, at least for me. Now I know where to move on. I guess this was last stream about the go-exhaustruct linter, at least for now. Not next Friday. This Friday, I'm planning to start a set of streams regarding the JavaScript development. So I have to, not have to, I decided to publish several packages regarding the formatting of duration and relative times that we are using in our several products, but I think it is worth to open source it. So on Friday, everyone are welcome to the stream regarding JavaScript and TypeScript in particular. For today, this is it. Thank you everyone who was watching and wrapping up your heads around with me. And in order to support the channel and its growth, in order to support the channel, please subscribe on the YouTube if you are watching on the YouTube, on Twitch if you are watching on the Twitch. Also for Russian-speaking guys, there is the Telegram channel where I post. Sometimes I post their articles regarding the programming overall, and also the stream announces too. For today, this is it. Thanks again. Have a good day. Have a good week. See you on Friday during the JavaScript development. Bye there.